This morning, I just got up not too long ago. Been up now about an hour, and I'm making this video because I'm very sad, extremely sad, but I'm very hopeful. Like no matter what, I still believe God. And every day that I wake up, I be like, okay, keep believing God, because He keep waking you up. But I'm so sad today because God let me see something from a spiritual standpoint in my situation. And I wrote a letter, and I'm just going to read my letter. I wrote it before I did this. It says, "Dear Racism, the Lord told me to share this with you. Racism intended to destroy my life under color of law. While you made brilliant strides to do so, the Lord wanted me to show something to you of great importance that someone of your evil candor would still accept, and in the end, you will submit to. Racism under color of law eluded my life at around 20 years of age. The Lord told me to say that with the salaries and all of the surveillance, the equipment, and everything that was put into it, such a task would have been in excess of $4 billion. With that, the Lord said, there is yet and will not be a conviction in total, but even if would not equate to the equity that was put in the deal. The Lord said that this means that it cost far more to deplenish my life or any life of African Americans through malicious forms of subjugation, also known as slavery. But that if we all win, there is more for everyone. Taxpayers on the low are unaware and are funding slavery. Defund slavery. It's modern day slavery. You're being subdued and subjugated through your research. And it's modern day slavery, and I can prove it. And with that being said, there's a formula to curing systemic racism. And my life, this is what God put me here for. And talking about systemic racism is also going to bring me into my ultimate calling of the Lord, which is that I'm be an evangelist for the Lord and speaking this world through to the end times. Because this modern day slavery is going to bring on Armageddon if they don't stop it, because it's going to deplete the resources. This is costing money. This is not like it was back then when corn and cabbage was 35 cents. That's why they can't let slavery go. You got to let it go because your technology now is costing too much. It done outweighed itself. It's just like in my formal days back in 2004, I would write my checkbooks. Well, 2004 done replenished itself. That game is over. Ain't nothing you can do about that. It's not coming back. It's over. It's done. That's 2004. That crime is done. You're going to prison. You're out. Move on. That slavery, it's just not going to work. It's costing too much. That's why the state is in the situation that it's in, and they don't see that. And that's true. If you got 4 groups of people and you got $12, and you got each group is supposed to get $3. If one group is costing $8 to maintain. You can't maintain the other three groups with that little bit of money. You're in a deficit. And that is the reason for this country being in the reason that it's in. You're using way too much. You're using all of the resources from your other three races to subjugate African Americans. That's why you ain't got no money. Okay? And so when you look at it, doesn't any truth, statistical research says even the most racist person in the world is going to listen to what I have to say if it got anything to do with money whatsoever, into which that person may benefit. And racist people need to hear this for breakfast this morning, because this is to their benefit. It's costing you a lot of money. When I look at, you got Asians tracking me, and I'm looking at their salaries. They make way more than African Americans. But not only that, how many of those do they have you tracing you during the day? How many of those? Okay? When you look at that, you done put in one day's salary in excess of $600,000 in salaries. Okay? For a crime that she's not even committing. And is not even going to warrant that in restitution. What is the point? Racism makes no sense. Duh. It makes no sense. What we're doing, she's right. This makes no sense. If we let her just go and have her job, we can put one of those Asians in place to watch her. That's saving us an extra $500,000. She's made good money, even if we taxed her higher than the other three races, which we do anyway. If we taxed her at 5%, over there 1%, we're still winning. Because we got all of her money. We're letting her win. We saved $500,000. We still winning. This group is taking care of themselves. Every group is dependent upon each other to make it work. This is winning. This is a good process. But they don't want to do that. They keep wanting to take all of these resources to defund African Americans. It's not working, because slavery is not cabbage prices anymore. This is not, it costs 30 cents to get a whole pot of soup to feed them 400 niggas out there in the field. That's not what we're doing anymore. And so with that being said, if I was running this country's budget, that's what needs to be done. And there's a formula to this. And it makes sense. Because racism don't make no sense. So you got to make sense being in government. Because racism don't make no sense. It's retarded to make me suffer and live in my truck because of this. I couldn't control this. I ain't got nothing to do with that. That has nothing to do with me. That's why it's retarded. And then when you see your other people doing it to you too, they're retarded. And you be like, oh, they don't even know no better. You got to show them how they doing it. And then when you show them how they're doing it, then they'll be like, oh, wow. Oh, my bad. My bad. My bad. Darn, she right. I feel some kind of way. She right. Yeah, because you be sitting there seeing your own sin. Come over here and pick that up. And you be like, I know who telling you to do that, but why are you out here telling me? Tell them to go do that junk themselves. You clocking in, knowing that you going to work to set up your own and watch your own go to jail. When if the jails will close themselves if you let everyone win. Because while you paying all of these salaries to keep this person from having a job to support and take care of themselves and win, just to put them back in a prison that's going to give you less money, not smart. Not smart. She make more money on outside than she would make money inside. Even if you was to say, I made such and such off of money off this person being in jail for X amount of years, that's still not equating to how much that person would have been out in value on the street. Because you're not targeting losers. You're only targeting brains. So they're not even targeting little people. They're targeting smart people. The most intelligent. That don't even make no sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. Instead, to let them win. They 2%, they 3%, they however much they gonna do, that's gonna come back. And like I said, as we come back, then it's gonna come back in the environment. It's going to come back in our resources. It's going to come back in our energy. It's going to come back into, we're saving the planet. Because when people know better, they what? They do better. They make better strides. They make more of an effort. They're put in the ability to learn more. It's called being aware. And when people are not aware, they do things because they're not aware. And when they become aware, they make better decisions. And so that's what this is. Psychology is the constant formation of making people aware. And that's what it is. Psychology is ever forming. It's ever evolving. So whereas people might think she's just making a bunch of noise, it's not. Because psychology is the study of everything all day. Psychology never stops. It's the study of everything all day. I can make up a whole psychology just by sitting in this truck. How many people like to sit in their truck? How many people like to talk to their camera? How many people like to do podcasts? It's a psychology just in that. Psychology is the study of everything all day. So with that being said, this investigation turned into, what else I'm going to do with it? I can't work. They ain't letting you do nothing. You can't get no job. You can't do nothing. Everywhere you go, people be mean to you. They turn everything you do into a trap stand. So what are you going to do? So it's like I said, I just felt that's my 2 cents. That's what I woke up with this morning. And I felt like God put that in my spirit. And like I said, my disclosure, because my videos be highly tampered. I almost don't like making them, but I'm not finna not do what I've been doing. The Lord is with me, and He is my rock. That song played in my spirit last night. I don't know what was going on, but about it had to be. I just felt it in my spirit. The Lord is my pillar and my fortress, my deliverer, my God, my rock. Todd Dulaney. That. Oh my God! I can't wait to see him and hug him. And I think when I see him and I hug him for the first time, I'm gonna cry so hard. Him and T.D. Jakes. And I hate I'm finna get off here because my recordings keep being edited. Anytime that flashing keeps coming up there, it's because somebody's stopping my recording so they could be edited. But I can't wait till I see Todd Dulaney and T.D. Jakes for the first time. And because I'm gonna be like, y'all just don't know. Like, I mean, a lot of pastors have had, I just really can't. Everyone had a stage in this, and they brought me to who I am. Everyone, because this has been a process. So it's not one. These is just the ones that I came in California, and it was even Creflo. The Confessions taught me how to speak and to say it. But Todd Dulaney, I just can't wait until I can hug him and cry and be like, the Lord is my pillar, my fortress, my deliverer, my God, my rock, in whom I take refuge. He is my shield. Every night I go to bed, in my fortress, He is my shield. I be messing that song up. That's a song you cannot sing a cappella if you don't know what you're doing. You would just mess that thing up so bad till it just won't even be funny, till it just don't even want to hear it no more. But that's my song. It is so anointed. I mean, it is so, because it's the word of God. The Lord is my pillar, my fortress, my deliverer, my God, my rock. I love that song. The Lord is my pillar, my fortress. That song, every time I hear it, I get new revelation. I played that song on my way taking Ketchup to his, he was driving himself to his mom's house, and we were separating. And I turned it on, and the Lord just ministered to me all the way there. Lord is my pillar, my fortress. And I knew then the Lord was speaking. Then we were two separate. We were two separate sides of the law in one house. And I was on the side of righteousness and he was not. And you just sit there. I bet even the police can say when this is all over, God was with that girl so much that she just do not even know. Because it was literally good and evil in one bed. And I was praying and crying every night. Every night. I was crying every night. The police who heard them cameras, they knew that girl was crying every night. Saying somebody is doing something to me. And I kept calling the police and they just wouldn't do nothing. They didn't do nothing. Nothing. And I thought about that this morning. I said, well, Lord, what does that mean exactly? And the Lord let me know it means exactly that number one, that it is personal to me, but it's not personal because the Lord let me know that that's the way they have toned out black people in the world, period. That when black people in the world as a whole, it is, though it's personal to me because it feels like a personal situation, the Lord let me know it's not personal. The way that you had a cry for help is the way that black people all over cry for help. And I was listening to something the other day. All of this stuff that we keep hearing about, the shootings and the stuff that's going on, is going on because this is a way that they're bringing us under subjugation, and they're keep publicizing it and making it more vivid and more vivid and more vivid and more vivid, because this is the way you're being brought under subjugation, to be in fear of. You gonna fear when we out here. That's what it's to do. To bring you into subjugation. Under, like that man said, you gonna submit today. It's to let you know that we will. And that's the wrong method to sin. Other than that, classical conditioning says if you do not want something to happen, you don't keep putting out the same desired variable. If you don't want to get this stimuli, you gotta switch up your variables, or you're gonna keep getting this. So they keep showing you this on the news because they want you to get this in your head. When you see this, you know what I'm doing. What? Put your head down. Submit by your leave, sir. In prison. Modern day slavery. Other than that, they wouldn't keep publicizing it. But classical conditioning says, statistical research, psychological research can support it. If you keep seeing something, that's what you're going to take in. You're going to conceive, which is why I said putting all of that in highly populated African American areas does what to the mental. Going back to the psychological monkey survey, when the monkeys went in the room and the bananas was at the top. Long story short, they tried for a minute. Every time they got to the banana, they doused them with water. Eventually, the monkey said, forget it. Every time the monkeys did try to go up there, they said, don't. So guess what? The bananas just stayed up there because nobody ever tried no more. So that's what we do as African Americans. When one of us be saying, we all can't just be quiet now. They keep killing us because we won't stand up for ourselves. And then they say, hush. That's them saying, don't get the bananas. Somebody got to get the bananas. And if we all try to get the bananas at one time, we all can't drop dead together. We all can't get shot together. And that's just that's just my thing. We all can't get shot together. So the operant variable that needs to be changed is together. Black people together. Because other than that, what are you doing? You ain't doing nothing but keep posting the same pictures over and over again, and you're not even paying attention that that traffic that you keep posting, you're steered that way. So that as soon as you wake up in the Facebook, what do you see? A whole bunch of death. So then what you get? God, I don't even want to go nowhere. Such and such done died. You all off focus. White people ain't getting that junk in their news feed. They getting, would you like to have no percentage of the first 10 years of your mortgage? Join with us today. They're getting stuff to be, life is great. Not us. You're getting, Pookie got shot 9 times in his throat from all sides by 5 white officers. So you could be like, what? And then what you doing? Going to smoke they weed. And then what you going to do? I'm depressed. Then who you calling? Give me some wings and rice. Then what you doing? Going back to smoke. You ain't went to work yet. What you gonna do? Call in to work. Pookie got shot. Notice ain't nobody else calling in to work for deaths. We're going to point that out too. That's psychological research too. How many people go to work and have deaths on their jobs more than any other race? African Americans. Have a good day. You don't see them white people coming in there. All their family is alive, doing well, 99 years old, still on the golf course, over there working. Dr. Emmanuel, 99, still going strong. Who going to work every day with deaths and a whole bunch of mess going on? African Americans, most oppressed. It shows all over the research. Relax the Browns. Relax the Browns. Save America. Defund slavery. All of that good stuff. Relax the Browns. That's what needs to happen. And like I said, even the most racist person would be like, that makes sense. She saved us some money. Let me hear what else she have to say. I want to hear what she have to say about this idea. Because it's saving money. Hey, let the niggers work and save your money. And you won't have to send out stimulus checks every Tuesday by 4. Because the way that you're doing it is why you're having to send out stimulus checks every Monday by 4 o'clock. Because there is slavery going on. And these people are not paying attention. They're calling it something else. They put black people in jail for no reason. Girl, that's not putting black people in jail. That's slavery. They have just given it another name so that people would be more acceptant of it. But no, it is slavery. Whenever you go to your job and you can't fill out your own paperwork and they've been done for you, good night. Whenever you no longer can make a police report and they listen to you, good night. When nobody counts you whatsoever, even acknowledges anything that you say, good night. You are no longer of value anywhere. When police just make up lies all around you and you can't do nothing to stop it, you are no longer of value anymore. When all they want you to do is go to work. And work where they tell you and when they tell you. This is no longer of value anymore. You're a slave. Welcome to it. And that is the end of that. That's what I wanted to say on my live today. I have to help and get off this phone. Like I said, I don't like to see all this stuff flashing and all this stuff going on because I am in towers of where some receipts could be formed and ain't nobody got time for that. I just don't care. Because the Lord is my pillar, my fortress, my God, my rock. He is that. Thank you so much. Have a good day.